supporting local, regional, and national unsigned bands. This is Domk.
It's the Domkcast with Lunchbox and Promo Brady. Tonight, we got the band Never Say Die. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man? Guys? Thanks so much for having us.
Not a problem.
I got Reed and Dane. Now, Never Say Die, the remaining members of My Darkest Days, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So you guys have been out doing a few gigs here and there?
Yeah, we've been on tour since January, just coming around and cruising, everywhere we can, playing as many shows as we can get in there.
All right, so talk about the genesis of this band. Obviously, formerly of My Darkest Days. You lost your lead singer. You went to 3 Days Grace, Matt Walsh. You guys still keep in touch?
Yeah, absolutely. Matt is one of my best friends in the world. When My Darkest Days went on hiatus, from our perspective, what happened was that Matt had the opportunity to play with his brother, 3 Days Grace, a band that he grew up near and dear to his heart. More all of us as well, but especially Matt, because it's his brother's band. So that's literally a childhood dream of Matt's. So for him to be able to do that, and at the time there was there was some backlash against Matt, and he was really sensitive about it. So we were just trying to be good friends and support our friend and have his back as much as we possibly could, because it's like watching your friend get drafted into the biggest sports league out there suddenly. So we were really, really supportive of him and continue to be, because we love the music that 3 Days Grace makes, and we love how Matt sounds with them. And then at some point we were like, well, what do you want to do now?
Gotta do something.
Exactly. I'm bored. I want to play some rock shows. So we started a band. We met Dane and Mike, Brennan and myself, and we just started. It clicked. We had a couple songs. It's a body of work sort of developing at the time. Spent a lot of time percolating and making it as good as we possibly could. We have the advantage of Mike being a producer up in Canada. He won a Juno in Canada for a record he produced, which is like our Grammys.
Well, you guys have a new album, Destroy and Rebuild.
We dropped it in January and just started touring. We put it out ourselves and just went, man. We got in the van and started playing shows. So that's it was important to us to have a record out immediately when we started touring. So we just kind of put it out ourselves, put it on the internet.
Now this thing started off as an EP at first.
Yeah, it did.
And went on to be a full.
Yeah, when we started working on the songs, it was just kind of there was no real foreseeable goal for anything. It kind of felt like going back to when you were a kid, and we just made music because we thought it was cool and it was fun, and the songs just came together organically like that. And we got 4 songs in, and we're like, well,
why stop?
I don't want to stop now. Let's make a record.
Let's finish this thing up.
Yeah. So because once you get into the routine of writing and stuff, it gets addictive. So we definitely wanted to make a full length. And this band definitely takes from 80s synth bands and stuff like that you maybe listen to in passing. You're like, oh, that's cool. I wish we could make that, but with drop B guitars. But definitely a rock element and lower tunings, heavier, I think is a more modern template for the songwriting.
Now, is there things you're doing the same or different that you did in My Darkest Days that you do to this band right now?
Yeah, definitely. Our attention to detail and a lot of the stuff that we learned when we were cutting our teeth with Matt and Joey and Chad and those guys in that camp taught us how to work, sort of taught us how to have a routine and gave us a head start in that we were already able to kind of look at things and be like, well, and especially Dan and Mike too have been in bands for a super long time. So we didn't start on page one together. And so definitely learning from all the experiences and taking from that.
Now, obviously, when you guys were with My Darkest Days, your big hit, Porn Star Dancing.
Yeah,
is it kind of like a blessing and a curse? Every time you guys go out, you're like, I haven't played that song, man.
We love it. And so for us, it's a blessing because somewhere out there in the world right now, a stripper is dancing to porn star dancing.
Yes,
as we speak.
So that's definitely a blessing.
I remember when you guys played that song at Rocklahoma, you had strippers on stage.
Yeah, totally.
And our midday guy, Len, was sitting on the
Love
side.
strippers.
Strippers. I think he's the one who brought the strippers.
He may have. Yeah, I think he did.
And he was drunk off his ass, as he always is. And then he was sitting on a chair, and he was getting lap dances as you guys are doing the show. Now, first of all, we were like,
Tears
oh my God. They were like, oh my God. There was like, oh. Yeah, because you looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you guys just kept going, doing your thing. Didn't miss a beat. I'm like, Lynn, off the stage.
You guys should have just stopped and been like, Lynn, come on, man, we got to do a show.
Man. One of the highlights that year. I do remember that.
Now, you guys, as Never Say Die, have done a few shows with the Art of Anarchy. What was it like touring with Scott Stapp?
Super, obviously an honor. Super cool. We all grew up listening to the music that each of those guys in all those bands, Bumblefoot is a legend, and John Moyer is a legend. So, and the band is super, super cool. Scott Stapp, we all obviously grew up, admiring Creed and stuff. So,
I was reading a cool story about about Scott Stapp not too long ago. I guess he used the same touring bus as Scott Weiland, the one that he died on.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he claims, he claims that the ghost of Scott Weiland would talk to him on a nightly basis.
Okay.
Now,
cool.
the ghost Scott Weiland would talk to you. What do you think he would say?
Go call a strip club. Who said that?
What?
Right?
Somebody say that?
I don't know. I'm just listening to Scott. Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Now, do you guys party more now than you did when you in My Darkest Days, or is it about the same, or you dropped off?
No, we partied at insane levels back then, especially touring with the Hinder guys. We took it too far all the time.
Those boys
just for
crazy.
Oh yeah, we were crazy too.
Yes,
because I was young, so they were trying to like haze me, I guess.
Yeah.
So like Blower would like make me eat stuff that was like gold sushi and gross stuff. Just be like, it was a lot of fun. It was like college.
What was like the worst thing that they made you do?
Is this are we on the radio here? Or is this a podcast? Like, I can kind of say something.
This will be on the podcast, so you can.
Okay.
Cut it out.
Go in depth.
Blower. I once ate Blower's vomit for like $50.
Wow.
It was more about. Okay, it seems out of context, but we were just trying to one up each other's disgustingness. So like everybody. Blower was the guy that's like you can't shock him, and like Blower was the most shocking guy out of that camp, and we were like, okay, well, what do you got? Like, let me take a crack at it. So there was that. I mean, we gotta have like bus parties every night. Jaeger sponsored us at the time, and we would just drink like 40s of Jaeger, just like and hand out bottles to everybody we met, and just be encouraging debauchery at all hours of the day. It would be hard to compete with the amount we partied back then. How much we partied back then.
You smell Jaeger nowadays? Does that still bring up old
I love
memories?
Jaeger. Yeah,
okay.
no, it's still. There was about a year where I was like, too soon, but it's good now. Yeah, I love it again. There was maybe a few months where I was like, maybe just water.
Now, Chad Kruger wrote Porn Star Dancing, right?
That's right. Yeah. Well, Matt, Chad, and Joey, as well as a gentleman named Ted Bruner.
Are you guys planning on working with Chad anymore? Or?
I hope so. I know that hopefully we're on his radar out there. We just kind of put our music on the internet, and we've had a tremendous amount of support from dear friends from a long time ago, and from people that we've met along the way, and we're very grateful of that. But at the same time, we don't expect a silver spoon or anything just because we were in another band. Like we want to be our own band, and we want to earn it.
You guys are obviously from Canada. There's a connection with Chad Kruger.
That's
right there. You got to give me some good Canadian beers to try.
Yeah, man. Next time we come back to Tulsa.
Yeah?
It was like Flying Monkey. It's an excellent shout out to Flying Monkey. Yeah.
Optical Illusion. Yeah.
Bellwood's Brew. Bellwood's Brew. If you like craft beer,
Mill
high
Street
IPA
Organic.
stuff,
Mill
it's
Street
real
Organic's
nice.
pretty good.
It's a comparable to is it like
Those
a
are
darker
all-
porter? Or?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Okay.
a darker beers and stuff like the high IPAs. That's what's popular in Toronto. But like if you're like me and you like a Coors Light or a Bud Light, we got Molson Canadian.
Okay.
That's kind of
All right.
like that's right. Yeah,
Very cool.
partial to some Molson Canadian.
He is the only one. He is the only
Beer drinkers in
only
Canada
Canadian.
frown upon us.
He's the only Canadian that is
Clarence
partial to
Molson.
Canadian.
It's our Bud Light. We have Bud Light too, but
All right, so you guys obviously have some new stuff with the new album, Destroy and Rebuild. We'd like to hear some of it.
awesome. Yeah, let's play Like a Nightmare. Cracking under the pressure, rising up and getting underneath your skin. Feel it turning to leather, rising up and getting bones, broken bones of forever. You'll always be the one to make me fall apart, then try to keep it together. At the bottom in the endless dark of an empty heart, I take it to the edge, I do it till it bleeds. I push it to the limit, I ain't ever gonna sleep. I'm dying for a fight, living on the run, cause it's hard to see the light down the barrel of a gun. I take it like a drug, try to kill the pain. Addicted to the damage, I ain't ever gonna change. 'Cause what I want is haunting me, like a nightmare. I'm giving into the pleasure, like a sliver digging underneath your skin, feeling better than ever.
Drag myself across a concrete floor, through an open door to forever. You'll always be the one to make me fall apart, then try to keep it together. Oh, at the bottom in the endless dark, feel the fire start. I take it to the edge, I do it till it bleeds. I push it to the limit, I ain't ever gonna sleep. I'm dying for a fight, living on the run, cause it's hard to see the light down the barrel of a gun. Take it like a drug, try to kill the pain. Addicted to the damage, I ain't ever gonna change. 'Cause what I want is honey name, like a nightmare. Like a nightmare. Like a nightmare. Take it to the edge, I do it till it bleeds. I push it to the limit, I ain't ever gonna sleep. I'm dying for a fight, living on the run, cause it's hard to see the light down the barrel of a gun. I take it like a drug, try to kill the pain. Addicted to the damage, I ain't ever gonna change. 'Cause what I want is honey rain, like a nightmare. Like a nightmare. Like a nightmare.
Never Say Die. Now, guys, when's your next show?
Our next show is tomorrow in Hutchinson, Kansas.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're willing to make a drive, you could see these guys in Hutchinson, Kansas. You guys were talking about driving down to Oklahoma City, partying up with the guys from Hinder?
Yeah, hopefully.
Make it to Hutchinson after you're hanging out with Hinder. All right.
Well, I mean, they play pretty late, so I don't know. But I've survived this far. So.
You're on the right track.
That's right.
Well, I hate to be that guy. Before I let you guys go, you got to play Porn Star Dance.
I mean, I guess we do, right? It's kind of the thing. All right, shout out to all of the people who have been supporting Never Say Die that are fans of My Darkest Days, because we really, really appreciate it. And it seems like everywhere we go, we meet fans of My Darkest Days that have found this band. We're just extremely grateful for everybody who's supported this band thus far. So, and thank you guys so much for having us.
No problem.
It means the world to us.
No problem at all.
Kelly won't kiss my friend Cassandra. Jessica won't play ball. Mandy won't share her friend Miranda. Doesn't anybody live at all? Amanda won't leave me empty-handed. Got a number from a bathroom stall. Brandy just brought way too much baggage, and that just gets old. Hey, 'cause I know a place where there's always a show. The dollar decides how far you can go. And she wraps those hands around that pole. She licks those lips and off we go. She takes it off nice and slow, 'cause that's porn star dancing. And she don't play nice, she makes me beg. She drops that dress around her legs. I'm sitting right by the stage for this porn star dancing. Your body's lighting up the room. I want a naughty girl like you. There's nothing harder than a porn star. Stacy's gonna save herself for marriage, but that's just not my style. She's got a pair that's nice to stare at, but I want girls gone wild. Hey, 'cause I know a place where there's always a show. Dollar decides how far you can go. And she wraps those hands around that wall. She licks those lips and off we go. She takes it off nice and slow, 'cause that's porn star dancing. Hey, she don't play nice, she makes me beg. She drops that dress around her legs. I'm sitting right by the stage with this porn star dancing. Your body's lighting up the room. I want a naughty girl like you. Let's throw a party just for